What's up everybody, my name is Richie and I'm a V2 climber looking to get up to a V7 level. For those of you that have been following along, this is week 11 of my journey. For those of you that are new, welcome. What we do here is pretty much break down a few different climbs that I'm working on. And this week is going to be a little bit different. I am starting to taper down as I get closer to a triathlon I'm training for. So you might see more videos of me running, biking, swimming, etc. But I'm still going to try to put out a rock climbing video every week. It just might be less climbs than usual. I am super excited about my triathlon training though. This is going to be my first triathlon. It's Olympic distance. We're 6 weeks out now, about halfway through the training plan, even though my training plan is a little bit lax. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to have one video for that along with a few shorts that you might have already seen pop up. I'd appreciate it if you guys checked it out if you were interested. Otherwise, let's get into the climbing. I try to play around with this black climb here. It's a little bit harder than I thought it would be. The handholds are much tougher, so I only give it a couple goes. Don't really put too much time into it. But Anmol and Shivanshu and I are trying this red climb, and something about this in my head, I just can't get myself to commit to a dyno. So even though it's a very beginner-friendly dyno where you just kind of run along these red things and hop up and grab the last handhold, I can't bring myself to commit to it. But Anmol and Shivanshu try this climb a ton. They just keep going at it. They look like naturals on the wall up there. They just keep going for it and going for it. It's like they have no fear. It's something I'm pretty envious of. I wish I could do that myself, but something in my brain just doesn't click. I just can't bring myself to commit to it. Eventually Anmol gets it, which is huge send. Super happy for him. I've been working on that for a few days now. Up next, we return to the top out boulder. It's a green climb. I feel like I'm getting pretty close with it. Keep trying it, but can't quite seem to get it to work correctly. So eventually Anmol shows me what to do, and facing the wall, it just makes all the difference. I was trying to do it off to the left side because that's where the foothold was, but it's way better if you just smear and use the volume. So I finally get the first few moves down, get my hand all the way up to this top hold right here, and then I go for the top section, and these little green holds, it looks like they're good because they're on the slanted surface, but man, they are hard to hold on to. And this brings me to one of my next points. When I really focus on strength and conditioning again, I need to work on my finger strength. I've been hangboarding a little bit, but I really need to get it up because I feel like that's holding me back in a lot of the climbs so far. So that's all for that day. As you can tell by my change of wardrobe, I come back and give this one another go. I think I'll be able to get this one eventually, but it's not going to happen this week, unfortunately. I just keep getting stuck at the same spot. I grab onto that leaf at the top of the topo, and then I just can't get to the next one from there. I'm gonna start playing around with different leg placement, maybe bring my left leg up to that hold that's kind of off to the side, right above the start hold. But yeah, we'll play around with it, see how we can do it, make sure we get up to the top eventually before it gets reset, hopefully next week or the week after. But we take a couple more attempts before my forearms get too tired to continue. Then we move on to this black climb. It's nothing that I take too seriously, but Anmol bet me $20 that I can't do it statically, and it's a long shot, but it's $20, so I have to give it a go. Then we move on to this green climb. It's in the same spot as a green climb from a couple weeks ago that was very similar, and both of them gave me some trouble. I don't know if it's the corner or what, but Anmol and I both have trouble with this one, so you give it a few attempts. Can't quite seem how to get up to that top hold. I think I need to put my left foot on the volume there, but just can't quite seem to figure it out. We try this overhanging purple a couple times. People at the gym actually say this is one of the harder purples in the gym, so we don't make much progress on it. Then we try this one where you have to sandwich yourself between the volume and the holds. I try to find a creative way around it because I can't quite seem to get it to work. And then for this orange, like I said, my grip strength is kind of lacking, so I need to work on that, and I just can't even start this one. Then of course we start off with a game of beta blockers. Anmol goes first in this round. So we choose an easy yellow climb for those of you that are unaware, and each time we successfully do it, then one of us will pick a hold that we're no longer allowed to use until one of us can't do it anymore. Last one standing wins. If neither one of us can get it, then we get up to 3 attempts before we just call it a tie. Both get this first one no problem, it's just a yellow climb with no holds missing. Second round, Anmol picks this hold not to use, so we get that no problem. It's a little bit awkward because you're facing the wall and you're a little scrunched up, especially for me. I'm pretty tall. It's not the most comfortable thing, but we make it work. So after a second, we get this all figured out, get our hand up to the top one, a little bit of fumbling around, but nothing too crazy. After this, I choose the next one to eliminate, so now we can't use either of those. We kind of have to go from the start all the way up to the finish. We have this one more hold that Anmol isn't using for some reason, but he still technically could use that. He tries to put his foot on it, but he slips off. So now if I make this, then I win. Like I said, you can still use that first hold after the starting volume. So after turning into the wall, pushing off with my foot, hips into the wall, my hand can just barely reach it, and then I can readjust my feet and get my left hand up there for the win. But we can't leave it at just one game, so we played another game of beta blockers. Same thing as before, each round we eliminate some holds. This time there's so many holds on this climb though, we eliminate 2 each round, and we're just gonna do that until neither one of us can go anymore, then you might move down to 1. But let's see if we even get that far. First up is just the normal climb. Just like usual, V0, no issues here, just getting acclimated to the climb. So we both do that, then I pick the first 2 to get rid of. I choose the first 2 after the initial starting hold. I think I did this just like this the first time, so no heavy lifting here, finish the climb just like normal. And then Anmol goes and does the same thing. If you guys are enjoying the content, I greatly appreciate it if you subscribed, left a like. It means a lot, helps me a lot as a new creator. But anyways, back to the video. Now Anmol picks the next 2 holds to also get rid of, which is absolutely crazy. This is going to lead to a huge dyno. It's pretty much the kamikaze route because I don't see any way that either one of us can do this. I give it a go, give it a few swings, and see if I can get up to the next hand hold, but you know, playing around with my feet, playing around with the dyno, I just don't think there's any chance that this is going to happen. So after a little bit of hanging on the wall and then finally going for it, I just don't see any possibility. But Anmol wants to give it a go too, so he'll see if he can get it. And he gets his fingers on it, but doesn't quite get it, so I'll speed up through the next few attempts because, spoiler alert, neither one of us get it and this game ends in a tie. But that's all I got for this week, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.